Okay, so as we prepare to go into episode 4 of season 7, a question that has been sitting at the top of my brain is, why did ZAC call Gary last episode? What's good, y'all? She gets Erica Bain coming to you right here on Erica Bain TV with another Sistas video. And as I mentioned, we're going to unpack that question and try to get to the root of it and an answer in this video. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Sistas content and conversations. I'm so glad that you're here. Now, I have sat on this for a while. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, but I couldn't find any answers. And honestly, we kind of got beef, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. We got beef because some of y'all was in the comment section telling me that oh, you know, ZAC took investment money from Gary, so he's probably calling because of that. And I was like, okay, cool. When did that happen? Because y'all know we are 6 seasons in. We're on season 7 now, but we are 6 full seasons in. Season 1 had 25 episodes. All the other seasons had 22 episodes, right? And it's a lot of information to keep in your brain to process around these damn people. So I'm like, when did that happen? They're like, oh, you remember when they played basketball and he, you know, got introduced to Jake, and then Jake did this, and this. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go and I start to rewatch, and now I'm in season 4 hell, y'all. Hell. Season 4 was the beginning of hell, I believe. I'm gonna go ahead and give Tyler Perry his credits for season 1 and 2. Season 3 things started to get a little shaky, but it was still holding out. We were still in there. But season 4, it's wild. Okay? ZAC is a damn menace in season 4. I ain't even gonna hold you. And this is his come up era. But the way that he throws around, do you know what a sconce is? And this is a nice neighborhood, don't raise your voice. Like, sir, you are new money. Relax. But anyway, so y'all sent me looking for the damn proof because I love to have a receipt. I still don't have no damn proof, but I have hours of episodes from season 4 in my damn brain now. And ZAC is running amok, putting Fatima through the damn ringer. This is when Heather pops up. Like, this is when so much stuff is going on, and it is so stressful to watch. Y'all, I really do not even know how we even got here. I don't know how we made it all the way to season 7 because season 4 was supposed to take us out. Season 4 was sent to annihilate and destroy our asses. And I am very much so convinced of it after rewatching only like 4 episodes and then skimming a bunch of others. Because again, I was looking for proof. Again, I still ain't found the proof. So I don't believe that he called Gary because Gary loaned him money, because there are quite a few episodes where we get to see Jake and ZAC talking, and this is before Jake is turned to Bryce on Fatima because the guy who plays Jake got, you know, booked on something else, so they had to recast him, and then they shifted the character a little bit. But when it was Jake, he literally says like, yo, I can help you, give me $1 million to invest. And ZAC is like, no, I'm not investing in Gary's companies. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the proof because this is the proof I have for what I have seen.
And you tell me what you think about it and just get back to me.
Okay. This information, is it gonna be from Gary's company?
No.
I'm so sorry.
I told y'all this was not a good time.
Yeah, but if I waited till Monday, we'd be in so much trouble.
I understand that.
Why don't you give me $1 million? Look, I'll reinvest it. I'll put it in some new stock.
That's where the brother shit started from. You that type of brother.
Come on.
To the bank. The accounts are not frozen, they overdrawn. My personal account covers the business account, and since it's overdrawn, all the money is gone.
It'll just be me.
It'll just be you. But you'll be working under Gary's company, right?
Look, if you want, we could talk about a side deal.
Yeah, I did.
Why would you do that?
I wrote a check for it, ZAC.
Yes, for a check with money we don't have.
If your companies go belly up, then I will lose it, right?
I mean, I'm right.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, ZAC. Oh, it's Gary.
Gary?
It's Gary.
Gary?
Gary.
Okay, so he does not want to work with him, and Jake literally says, yo, okay, we can talk about a side deal. Just take a look at the information that I send you. So that to me alludes to the fact that ZAC doesn't want to be involved with Gary at all, but he's willing to do business with Jake. And that's what we see go on. Even when we cross over into Fatima season 1, when he goes into business with Bryce, who is replacing Jake, that is all from Bryce's money, from Bryce's side. It's not tied to Gary at all. The next time that we hear about Gary as it pertains to business is in season 2 of Fatima, when ZAC does not want to buy this building that Bryce wants to buy so bad, and Bryce goes to Gary to get the money for it, and that winds up putting ZAC into a weird position because they try to take the money out of ZAC's business account, overdraws the account, and then Bryce like reveals like, oh, he had got the rest of whatever from Gary, but he didn't think it was gonna be a big problem. But even that gets wrapped up because Bryce is supposed to clear it all up by getting his family to replace ZAC's money.
Okay. Thank you.
So?
I'm gonna get the money from my father.
Good. Whew.
Oh. I just feel so terrible about this. Shit.
Yeah, you should. ZAC is pissed.
Yeah, I know.
So I guess maybe if, you know, there's a little bit of Gary's money still in that pool that links him together, but that still wouldn't put ZAC in any type of position where he would be persecuted for it, because there's a clear trail of, you know, him not being involved. The link would be Bryce. So Bryce would catch hell before ZAC would. And I don't know if that would be something that ZAC would be worrying about in this particular moment, especially while he's still worried about trying to get this damn DNA test from Karen and running down to the airport to talk to damn Danni. So y'all, I don't think that that's that. So I'm like going back to the drawing board because I'm like, all right, they said this and I don't see no proof of it. What other stuff could it be? I'm like, is he calling to check Gary about Andi? Because right now Andi is his family attorney. Andi, it's the case for Michael to get out of foster care is in Andi's hands. She needs to not drop the ball. We already know that she's kind of starting to drop the ball just by what we saw at the office. So was he calling Gary to be like, look, I don't know what the hell you got going on, but leave Andi's ass out of it because I need her? That could be a thing. I don't know. And then the last thing I like came up, because again, these are just thoughts that I'm having, like, why in the hell would he call Gary? He has spent so much time actively avoiding Gary. He talks ad nauseum about how he don't trust Gary, how he don't like Gary, how he would never do business with Gary. And honestly, Jake didn't understand it in season 4 when we get to see him say this, but I'm gonna go all the way back to season 2, was it? 1, where ZAC gotta go down to, you know, with Andi and Karen because the guy Maurice attacks her, and then Gary's also involved, and then Gary's wife is there with that. Like, Gary, ZAC got reason to not like Gary's ass. But anyway, my last thing is like, would ZAC be helping Gary? Would he be giving him any information about the SEC or like what went down, or like is he calling to check on him? But again, that would be my last thought. My last thought would be that that ZAC is actually calling to help Gary, to reach out to Gary, to support Gary, because ZAC don't like Gary. And it's not in a way of like ZAC don't like the girls, because ZAC don't like the girls, but he also low-key love the girls and will protect the damn girls. He literally don't like Gary. So I don't actually think that that's a thing, but I wanted to bring it up because that could be something that could be floating out there. Is he calling to check Gary about Andi? I think that that's the most likely thing, but again, we're going to see tonight once we actually get to see the new episode. I did just want to point out that the first reason that a lot of people put forth of like Gary having money tied up in ZAC's businesses is not actually the case, and if it is, then that's something that falls on Bryce. And then the only issue with that also in reference to like, I can't say definitively like, oh yeah, he has absolutely no money tied into it, because maybe he does by way of Bryce and Bryce not being honest with ZAC. But when we get to the end of season 2 as a team, ZAC and Bryce is supposed to be going their separate ways. So are they even still in business when we get to season 7 of Sistas? Because we haven't seen ZAC on Sistas go into the office or do anything real estate related. It seems like ZAC is living off of the dividends of the money that he previously made and not necessarily doing any real estate deals or doing any new constructions or anything as of yet to continue to grow his money. So yeah, I guess I made this whole video to say, I don't know why he called Gary. I'm hoping that he called Gary to check his ass. Like, if you about to fall on the sword, then you better fall by yourself and leave Andrea Barnes the hell up out of it. I don't necessarily believe that ZAC got that in him, or ZAC is going to do that, but I would love to see it. Let me know what you think he called Gary about, what you're hoping that the conversation will be about. I do think that we're getting more in this episode around the DNA conversation, and we might not actually get an answer of why he was calling Gary in this episode. It might be in the next one, but again, drop your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comment section down below. It's your good sis, she let us talk TV with, coming to you with new Sistas videos every single day. And And I'm going to see you tonight, live on Our Sisters Keeper after the new Sistas episode.